Hey, what's up, guys? Sean back with another My 600 Pound Life reaction. Who would have thought? But, anyways, I was scrolling through YouTube and I came across this video, which is daughter worried she has helped enable her mother's eating addiction, which is kind of something we touched on in another video, how it's hard for children to tell their parents no, especially because it's your parents, right? You're going to have a real tough time saying no to anything they ask you to do, but especially something that involves food addiction or just eating in general when you're that size. But let's see what's going on in this one. Oh, God. Wouldn't be my 600-pound life
I
without
hate
the
my
coochie
life.
shot.
I'm 40 years old and over 600 pounds now. And
I was 30 when I decided to get the surgery, and I didn't think I was going to live to 30. So her being at 40, she's almost on borrowed time at that size.
I literally feel like I'm falling apart. I'm living in constant misery because of all the pain in my body that never goes away. And I have sores all over my body because of how my skin breaks down and how the folds chafe when I move around.
I didn't have anything like that. Like, I would get a heat rash sometimes if something would rub, but my skin wasn't like breaking down. I didn't have sores like that, but I don't know. Maybe if I would have got a little older and kept the weight on, maybe that would have happened to me too. I'm not sure.
But I can't just take it easy and do nothing all day.
Could you imagine the cameraman in there just staring at you like sitting on the toilet? And someone else told me in the comment, like it's in the comments, it's in the contract. My 600-pound life has to see you like take a shower, use the restroom, and eat or something like that before they give you the surgery, which is friggin' nuts. But that dude that's down there in the friggin' danger zone while she's sitting on that toilet, that's a hell of a job, buddy.
No matter the reason, because I'm a mom of 2 kids.
Yep, put the yiddies away.
Isabella's my oldest, she's 18. And my youngest is Zoe, who's 10. My husband tries to help out, but he has to work most days. Zoe, can you come
Most
here a minute?
do. I mean, 18 and 10, right? At 18, I was like hell on wheels. I wasn't listening to anything my parents said at that age. Amazing I didn't end up in jail. But her daughter, maybe she's just a pushover. I don't know. I was giving my mom all kinds of flack at that age. I feel really bad for it now.
Can you help me put my socks on? A lot of times they end up having to help me. And I hate that because it makes me feel like a burden.
My mom really struggles a lot. She can't really like bend down to put her socks on.
I mean, that's real. It's kind of hard to get your socks on at that size. Me, I could always get them on. I just put my foot up on my leg, pull it on, but I might be out of friggin' breath trying to do it like, But yeah, look at how it's digging into her ankles there or whatever, and that poor little girl, which she also already has some weight issues, probably from watching her mother, honestly.
Because she's not that mobile. So yeah, I put my mom's socks on for her.
She's a sweet little girl.
I don't put a lot of responsibility on Zoe because she's only 10. But if I need help for bigger things, I try to rely on Isabella to help me with that. And a lot of times I feel like I put her in the position where she almost has to be the mother in the family.
I mean, really, she probably does more of the nurturing and mothering to that 10-year-old than you at this point. Just because she probably feels that way. As an older sibling, you always want to look out for your little sibling, little brother, sister, whatever. I got in all kinds of fights for my little brother in high school, and even one time, I'm not going to touch on that because that's probably a felony, but alright, keep going.
What do you want for breakfast? I'm gonna start with like a honey bun and a muffin, and then if you'll make me like some scrambled eggs and some toast. Okay. I would say I'm the mother
Imagine when you have an appetizer for breakfast. Now that's some real 600-pound stuff.
of the family, but I feel like I'm not a contributing member of the family. So Isabella is taking on a huge amount of responsibility. She'll cook, clean, and take Zoe to school. So she's taking on a lot.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing everything and parenting that you can't do because you're not able-bodied. I saw this discussion also in the comments. Somebody was talking about how they're disabled, but they're a great parent. And I was going to say, there's a huge difference between being disabled and doing everything you can for that child and being disabled because of a choice. She's disabled because of a choice where she'd rather eat food than go play with her daughter outside.
Which is really unfair to her. Isabella,
Yeah.
I want to have something to eat while you're making breakfast.
Okay.
I'd say go get it then.
I think I have a lot of the responsibility for this household. I do all the cooking, I do all the cleaning, and I make sure Zoe's fed and bathed. I make sure that we have groceries in the house. So, I mean, it's a lot of pressure put on me.
I mean, she could walk, so she could get on the little scooty bike in the store and ride around. But, yeah, I imagine that girl's 18, so she's missing out on probably some of the funnest times of her life to take care of her mother. It's kind of sad. I mean, it really is sad.
But I love my mom, and I will do anything for her, no matter what.
She's your mother.
Are you ready for school?
Yeah.
Put your shoes in your backpack. I'm gonna take Zoe to school.
Okay. Be good. I love you guys.
Love you
Love
too.
you.
She's got some kind of ankle brace on also, I just noticed. So maybe her weight's affecting her joints already. But as you can see, she has to do everything for her mother, which is sad, but she has to decide she wants to do it for her kids. She wants to lose the weight so she can be the parent finally.
I wish I could do more, and I
is
want
that?
to do more, but
Is that a fucking hunk of chocolate cake for breakfast? I'm fat, still fat, but I was never that fat. Like, cake for oh, I didn't notice there's a second plate on the laptop. I was thinking, wow, she's not eating that much. She tricked the hell out of me.
as long as I'm gaining weight and eating like I do, I know I'm not going to be able to. And what I can do is just going to get less and less. And as much as I hate that, I still can't stop eating.
Hey, those Jimmy Dean's breakfast sandwiches are pretty damn good. They're like 410 calories. Sometimes I'll let myself have one, but I'll eat like half of it and then half of it later. And that's 400 of my daily 1,000 calories. So figure out the other 6, but don't go over.
Like I want. Hey,
Hey, food's here.
okay. My husband Sheldon comes home on his lunch.
Damn, you skinny boy. Like, I wasn't gonna do it, but he's so friggin' skinny. You gotta tie a 2x4 to his ass. He's gonna fall in. Damn. Toothpick.
Break to bring me my next meal so I can keep eating.
Bethany spends the majority of her time on the recliner. So I'm not here throughout the day, but I know she doesn't go out, she doesn't cook, and we've never really fought her on it because, you know, if Mama wants, Mama gets.
Mama's gonna hurt your little ass if you try to fight her on it. You ain't fighting nobody. Stop kidding yourself.
So I'm not gonna tell her how to eat. I'm not gonna tell her how to take care of herself.
We sometimes eat together, but I prefer to be alone when I eat. Because to me, it's such a personal experience that I rarely want any distractions from it.
It's like, she gets so much gratification out of that, she don't even want you around. Just the food, buddy. You are not filling all the right roles. But anyways, yeah, he ain't gonna fight her on that. She just basically is punking this guy. That's what a weak-minded, I guess, man would let you do. I need a strong-minded woman, to be honest, because I'm hard-headed, and you gotta tell me when I'm friggin' wrong, just to keep it 100.
But as long as I can focus on the enjoyment I'm having, I'm good. And Sheldon knows that, so we don't talk much when I have food. But once I'm done, he makes sure I have enough to hold me over until Isabella and Zoe get home from school.
That's friggin' wild. Like, he knows if you ain't bringing Mama back her cheese pretzels or whatever, she's gonna snap your little pretzel leg.
And then I usually either keep eating with what Isabella brings me, Or 2 or 3 times a week, I take them to the grocery store. It's the only time I ever go.
2 or 3 times a week? Really? You can't just make like 1 a week? Or 1 every 2? Some people do. But like 3 times a week? That's wild. Every 2 days you need extras. Is that friggin' Honey Boo Boo on the wall? Or is that... No, that's her daughter. I thought it was Honey Boo Boo. I'm sorry.
Go out. And I can't handle being in the store with all the walking, so I just stay in the car. And even that's hard on my body. But what's gonna be even harder on it is if I don't have the food and snacks that I want. So no matter what, I'm making sure we're getting those things. And even though it takes a lot out of me, it's exciting for me.
Oh my God, she's so excited for the food. That's the only thing. She hadn't mentioned a word about being excited about losing weight, to do all this stuff with her kids. She just keeps talking about how the honey bun butters her biscuit and all this kind of stuff. Man, that's crazy.
Because I love it all.
My mom, she used to be able to go to the grocery store and at least ride on the motorized
So
carts.
bad for
And
her.
now she's gotten to the point where she won't even get out of the car. And I feel like
Really? You're
it's hard
blurring the whole
because
store?
I want her to do these things and she can't.
Oh,
But if you tell her
man.
no and you don't go do it, she's just gonna get mad and hateful. But
I feel so bad for her because master manipulators are always 600 plus pounds, because we got to figure out how to get y'all to do all the stuff that we can't. And it sounds like she's taking it to the very extreme. I wasn't all that crazy manipulative. I don't think I was asking anybody to do anything for me. But they have freaking curbside pickup at Walmart. Go do the shit yourself, order it, pull in, hit I'm here, and get it yourself. Don't make your friggin' kids do it.
if I do it, then I'm just putting her in a worse place than she's already in. And so I feel like I'm enabling her all the time.
I was ice cream and chips.
If I could go inside the supermarket, I would just want to get everything and stay there forever because food is my happy place.
Oh my God, like it really be like that. Some people really think food is just the only thing in life that matters, and she's clearly lost sight of her priorities. She only cares about the food at this point. Ain't nothing else on her radar.
And there's no better feeling than being
Pumpkin
around
pie
it
gross.
and eating it.
Soup.
And if I could, I would even trade sleep for food.
Is that pumpkin pie or cookie cake? She don't even want to sleep. Damn.
And there's never a moment in my life or ever in my day where I'm ready to
cookie
stop
cake.
eating. So I have to always have it. And my life isn't right if I don't. And that's the way it's been for me for a while, since I was really young.
And you guys wonder how food is like a drug addiction? Listen to her talking. She's sitting there talking about like somebody talking about their rock. You know what I'm saying? But she's talking about freaking cookie cake and all this other sweets and stuff, and how she can't go in the supermarket because she won't ever be able to leave without soaking the floor. You know what I'm saying?
From what I remember, things were good in my early childhood.
That looks like my uncle.
It seemed pretty normal for me and happy. But most all those happy memories from then are with my grandmother because my parents weren't around much.
My grandma's psycho. I'm getting ready to head up there and see her and take my mom out to lunch after I finish this video.
My dad worked a lot. My mom wasn't home very often. So my grandmother was kind of the one who raised me.
And fed you because she couldn't
And
do all
she
this.
definitely always made sure I was fed.
Yeah.
She would make these incredible meals for me, and we would just eat and have a lot of fun together.
Isn't that how so many of these stories start? Because they're like, oh, well, I didn't have everything I needed as a child, but they gave me food because they couldn't do this or that, and feeding me became a comfort mechanism. That's how so many of these episodes start, with them explaining that kind of backstory. But grandmas will definitely make sure you're fed.
But as I got older, my grandmother couldn't keep taking care of me. It was too much for her, and with my dad always traveling for work, that left my mom to be the one who was supposed to raise me. But she had problems with migraines that she was taking painkillers for.
Oh, man. She did not need friggin' painkillers for a migraine. She could just had some damn Excedrin. But I have heard of people having like cluster migraines and getting oxycodone for it. So, I mean, I guess maybe it could have been that bad. but that just sounds like she had a drug addiction that stemmed from maybe overprescribing in the early years, because I know doctors did a lot of that early on, like in the 90s especially, or even the 80s. But yeah, she didn't get any attention from her parents. Her grandmother couldn't take care of her anymore, so food became that experience and that comfort. So I understand this woman a lot more now that she said that.
And over time, she got severely addicted to them and was constantly strung out and high.
Go figure.
And it seemed like it just got out of control.
Dude, why do they keep trying to show us her cinnamon roll? Like, I don't get it. Imagine you're sitting there talking. Obviously, she's paying no attention to that camera, so she's looking somewhere else. So there's another camera back there, and she thinks she's talking to, but no. They're getting the cooter angle, because that's my 600-pound life's favorite shot.
Control, where she was taking a lot of pain medications and she was asleep a lot. So I was kind of raising myself during that time, unsupervised. And I didn't really have anybody to stop me from eating.
You still don't have anybody to stop you, to be honest. Your kids are going to let you do whatever they want, or you want, I mean, and your husband is scared to death that you're going to kill him. Let's just be real. You're going to snap that little man. But that's just my take on things. This is kind of a sad situation because the kids are clearly just being almost mistreated in this situation because the mother's more worried about food than taking care of them. And you've heard her describe it. She describes it as almost a sexual experience to her. So I guess her husband ain't rocking the boat or making any waves in that little ocean. But that's just my opinion on this one. I feel bad for the kids, to be totally honest. That's the issue I'm having with this one. But like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys. Bye.